Okay. All right. Raw umber, Payne's gray, and white. I keep raw umber ready because some areas it's nice to add just a bit of raw umber in there instead of just all in Payne's gray. But for now, we're going to take Payne's gray, and if you have your Payne's gray doesn't have enough blue in there in it, I'm using golden Payne's gray. Put a bit of cerulean blue. Okay, so you can't see what I'm mixing. You know what? I'm going to put my colors over on top here so you can see what I'm doing. All right. It's not too dark. I mean, I should go darker. I'd rather go darker, a bit darker, and then highlight. I can still see. So I'm gonna give it a shape, a suggestion. So anything that's coming out, that's where it's going to give me that movement. So I can see a little bit here. Since we don't know what we're painting, so we're going to just improvise. Fill this with paint, this part. And I'm going to take dark Payne's gray, just Payne's gray, and just kind of add that Payne's gray in here because I just don't want the black gesso to show. While I'm doing this, I'm going to pick up a bit of raw umber. So I'm changing my Payne's gray in certain areas to raw umber and Payne's gray. This is where the dark is, the dark part. Okay, any dark part here. I'm just mixing both colors, Payne's gray, raw umber, and covered where the black gesso is. All right, that's good. Now I can go back. I'll do this and I'll stop so you can take your time. Okay, now again, this part, cross. Down. I'll let it dry, and then what I'll do is once it's dry, I go back because when it dries darker. So I go back and I highlight only the areas where it's really light. I'll show you once we get there. across. It's okay, fill it, even if you lose the lines, the lines you have in there. We're going to highlight this part. Okay. Now I'm going to take white, put it in my Payne's gray. So make my Payne's gray lighter. And what I'm going to do is just put a bit of more highlights in certain areas, not everywhere. To shape it. This one here is a slight angle in here, goes out a bit. The bottom part. Comes out. And another line. Highlight it too much, that's okay. We can always go back and fix it. Fix the highlight. That's good. Okay. Okay. Base gray and white. And don't go too much, like don't put too much white at first. I always like to add my white slowly. Enough for us to see what we're doing. So I'm going to start from here. If I can't see it, then I will add more white, but for now, it's fine. Okay. I'm not doing, a specific shape. Now here, I'm going to go in a bit with this. Highlight. If it's too much of, by the time it's dry, if it's too light, then I can, soften it a bit. I'm kind of shaping it a bit. Now this is too light, but that's okay. It's light. It's the edge is light. That's fine. No problem. But if I want to if I want to color this a bit, I need to go darker. Let's for now continue. We'll go back to refining it. Okay, so now I have kind of a shape. It's not 100%, but that's okay. I can go back with just Payne's gray and clean up. Give it a better kind of clean up the shape in here using negative painting. Great. Good. Okay. Let's take Payne's gray, white, Payne's gray, white, but not as the Payne's gray is not as light as the little bit of line we were putting. It's less, it's darker. Can I highlight it a bit? Up here. A little bit more right here. Sorry, I have to pause for a minute. I'm shaping the column using negative painting. All right, now let's do that again. Let's work on the bottom part. Same thing. I'm going to take medium tone, kind of even darker than medium tone, Payne's gray and white. Give it a bit of shape. Oh. So when I finish it, and I don't take it all the way to the back, I finish it in a way that it's not a straight line. It's wider top, narrower, and then it goes out again, and then it goes in. So don't make it look like there's a line in here between the dark and the light. I can't see the bottom of the column, but I'm just going to make it very simple. Okay, now let's do the reflection of the column. I'm going to take a bright and then Payne's gray and white. Not too much white. I'm just going to take it from here. Let's bring this down. Just needs a bit of refining. It looks like a square. I think it will look nicer if it's more roundish at the bottom, not square. We can put as many lines as we want. Let's say we can put another one over here. We can highlight, put another one here or not. You don't have to, whatever you know. And there's a, I'm going to highlight this a bit, this part, just a bit. And then highlight this. Okay. That should be enough. More than enough. Okay, so Payne's gray, just Payne's gray for now, nothing else. And we're going to shape, give this person here a shape. The head, I think we might need to use black in here.
Leal, can you zoom in?
Oh, sure.
Thanks. Perfect. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure if I need to use black, but okay. Now, one hand, he's looking this way, so it has a movement. His head has a kind of a tilted movement a bit, just tilted on left side. Now, one hand, one arm out. The other one is kind of like this, because he's holding the umbrella, I think. Then we're gonna go out for the bit for the jacket. And then the rest is just like a cone down, like this. All right, like that. And then we're gonna put the umbrella, although the umbrella in the reference looks like it's collapsing. So we're gonna open it. And all of this is only in Payne's gray. Oh, geez, Molly. I'm changing the shape of the umbrella. Okay, now this cone shape at the bottom, it doesn't matter how we finish it, but you'll see in a minute. I'm going to shape his legs a bit, only with one highlight. Now, I'm going to take Small brush, round brush. Take a bit of white. A little bit of Payne's gray in my white. I'm gonna come here and put a bit of a white. Looks like his shirt collar. I'm gonna take again white and Payne's gray. And I'm gonna do this. Take from here. This is where his knee is bending out. You know, he's walking. This is a bit too light right now. I'm gonna darken it. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. That's better. Like that. And over here too, just a bit. So what it shows, it looks like he's walking. This is the back of his knee, the back of his leg. The other one stays dark. This one is highlighted, but the other one stays dark. And I'm gonna darken a little bit the bottom part. It's too light. Okay, this is good. Let's highlight this a bit here, just a bit. Arm, a little bit. And we're gonna do a bit of highlighting on the umbrella. On this side. And on this side. And if we can, we'll take a touch, a small one, and then put the top of the umbrella. That's it. Now, what I need to do is clean up around him. So I have a bit of yellow ochre in here. I'm just going to put a bit of white in my yellow ochre. And clean up here. And a bit of reflection. Reflection from the store. This reflection will define him. Will shape him. Last thing I'm going to be doing is Payne's gray and white. His reflection. It's wet, so I can put a tiny bit of light, let's see. Maybe not, just a reflection. Just a reflection. Okay. That's it. This is drawing a little bit darker, the back of the leg. So I'm just going to highlight just the top part right here with white and Payne's gray.